you can see, everything in here is like perfect, almost, as you'd expect. Like, as you can see, we're in the rear of the aircraft now, but everything is still just unbelievable. Like, see, pull that open, door comes open. I mean, everything works. I mean, even more so than any other plane I've ever used. When I've said this in previous reviews, everything works. It did in the virtual cockpit, but everything in here works as well. I'll close this door again, and you can see when it shuts, the aircraft moves slightly. That's just unbelievable. Like, here you go. I'm going to go into this little toilet. Like, they've done it all. I mean, it's unbelievable. Truly outstanding. Like even reflections on the windows of the seat aisles. That's just incredible. For you know, remember, we're in a flight simulator. This is why I love this aircraft, and I have to say, I understand. If this wasn't included in the aircraft and you got all the same frames in, I wouldn't even bother reviewing it. But this makes it all worth it. This is just, I've never seen a plane this detailed in my life in flight simulator ever. I've seen good payware aircraft, but this is a whole new level of good. I'm going to move back onto the outside and show you a few more of the special features that come with just this Captain Sim aircraft. Okay, as you can see now, like I said, everything is here. I mean, you can see through the plane. There you go. But you can still see part of the galley back there with the picture. You know, I know it's not 3D rendered and everything, but then you really would get 0 frames. But it's still there. Like, you can see through. Yeah, you can just see through there. You can see. I'm going to move around here. You can. It's a bit hard. Alright, okay, I'm going to keep moving around the aircraft, trying to show you where all these exits that have opened, but it's quite difficult to show you because things are in the way at the gate. Okay, I'm going to open up the menu again. See, radar, okay. APU at the... You can see the APU at the back. See, the doors have opened, everything. It's unbelievable the amount of detail that's gone into this aircraft's menu, because we've got everything open, but everything you can think of will open. And again, it's just adding that extra bit of detail. As you can see, this aircraft just is unbelievable detail-wise and realism-wise. You've got all these high-quality textures with all these brilliantly working features and all these exits and everything that open. There's no plane that I know of that does it in this detail. All the payware planes, all the exits will open, but when you look through the doors, you won't be able to see a high quality picture to indicate where the galley would be. And these dust excluders on the front, I don't know if you can see it, you probably can't. I'm going to try and move nearer, but it's quite difficult with all these things. Yeah, okay, it's not going to work. Okay, but you can see it from here anyway. They're like wavering in the wind. That's taken someone a long time to do, but still, they did it, and just for that tiny little bit of feature, but it's just brilliant. And I really can't speak highly enough of this aircraft's systems and features. But probably one of my favourite ones. I know it's a small thing, but can you see it? I don't know if you can see it down there. This thing right at the bottom now, it'll be in the very bottom of your screen. This little red door that's come open, it's the ram air. Now, it's a tiny feature, but it's probably my favourite, the whole plane. Once, when you're in the air and you shut off the engines in, say, the PMDG or any other payware craft I know of, you lose your main flight display, you lose your hydraulics, you lose everything. You're blind, basically. You're really screwed. You're just not gonna. It's not gonna happen. That's not what happens in reality. This little thing here in this red door, I don't know if you can see it, comes out, and it's almost, I suppose you could describe it as a tiny windmill, a wind generator, and it powers the single display and gives you navigation and a few hydraulic controls, and this one works, and then it restricts it to the same amount as you would in when you have a real emergency. So this would be a brilliant plane to fly in a simulated emergency situation, because it would actually handle like the real thing, and it would be possible to return back to the airport you came from. I really like that feature. It's only small, but it's really nice. As you can see, we're now in the cabin and it's night time, so I've put the lights on, and the lights have like an even glow effect down the side of the plane. You can see, well, top and side. It's just a little feature. The lighting in this plane seems to have been done superbly. Like, if I'll go back down the galley now, just so you can have another idea. And as you can see, we can now also, because I've left all the doors open, we can have a look outside the aircraft when we're going down. Back through the aircraft, all the lighting's done superbly. Someone spent a long time making it every light perfect, and it is perfect. It gives an even glow across all the surfaces. There is as with I had with the PMDG, there's like an add-on menu. If you go to the menu bar at the top, add-ons, there's a thing that says 767, and it's called the 767 Ace, and it opens it up outside of FSX, which is also annoying, but nonetheless, it's not good. This is one of the features I'm not really think they could have done a much better job on. They should have spent more time on this than they should have done detailing every orange box carton juice thing in the back of the plane. They should have spent more time making it so I'm sitting at the gate here and I want to load cold and dark configuration. I have to switch to a Cessna, turn the fuel off, turn the two avionics off, load back into this plane, so now I have it cold and dark. That's really, really annoying. Really, really annoying. I mean, it's a real pain for me. There's also two saves that they've given when you, one of a gate of cold and dark at KSCA and one for the takeoff at KSCA, which is nice but kind of pointless because I don't always want to fly from there. Inside the PMDG, I mean, I know I'm using the PMDG a lot, but it's the only other high quality paper that I've got to compare this with. You can load and save your own panel configurations, which is really useful for if you do a regular commuter flight. Then you can just load it up instead of spending 20 minutes starting the plane up. But with this, you can't. And also inside that menu editor, there's nothing really there is a section on weights and how you weight the aircraft, but it's kind of manual again. You choose every seat or how many people you want on the plane. But with the PMDG, there was a really nice, like, do you want 2/3 full, do you want it 1/3 full? These are all little things that really wouldn't be that hard to include into this program. Very tiny things, take nowhere near as long as it took to make the rest of the plane, but it lets it down quite a lot, I feel, and that's my only concern with this plane so far. And they're also, unlike the PMDG, there is a weather radar, and it does works really well. So that's the one thing that was missing from this plane's got. But it's got, on the other hand, it's got low frames and a poor management. Okay, to sum this up, to sum this plane up, basically, if you want the very, very best quality aircraft, there is nothing that comes near this, and apart from their other products that are basically the same but for different planes. This plane has it's just everything. Like, you've seen the cockpit, you've seen the galley, all the seating and everything. Everything's there. Everything opens, every exit's high quality, but you get hit with the frames. Now, it's such a large frame hit that it almost makes this plane unpractical. If it was 5 or 6 less, it would be fine because it boosts most people up into the playable region. But for the vast majority of people who are going to use this plane, it's going to be a laggy, annoying mess, and you can't make any videos with it really unless I find it really difficult to video this plane because it just lags. Like, as I'm saying now, we're not really loaded out with much. We're just looking at part of the cockpit and part of the terminal, and I'm getting 18 frames. Now, that's just unbelievably low for me, really. So, like I said, it's a toss-up. Do you want the quality? If you do, get this plane because it is unbelievable, out of this world quality. But if you want a playable, usable, nice to use 767, get the Level D. Every feature here in the cockpit and systems and everything is basically in this Level D. Well, it is, like the FMC, all these gauges, and it's a 300 variant. Everything's there, but it's very frame friendly. The quality isn't there, like texture wise, but it's a very, very, very nice plane. And I have to say, I'd recommend the Level D 767 over this aircraft simply for the fact that this plane is just too frame intensive. I know I keep saying it, but it is unbelievably frame intensive. Yeah, thank you for watching the video. This is again Cameron from FS Flight Productions. Going to be a more regular aviation comment. Don't forget to comment, rate and subscribe. Thank you.